Hello and welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic. And first of all, I do want to read out a quick note we got from Alan recently. He said, for the last year or so, I've been subscribed to the channel and love watching you both solve puzzles and share of yourselves in the process. It's not just the Sudoku that I enjoy, but finding and sharing the beauty and challenges in logic, patterns, problem creation and problem solving, all while taking yourselves lightly. Very refreshing. Having spent my life in the domain of relating and community, I'm also keenly aware of the remarkable accomplishment that, aside from great content, you've managed to create one of the most warm, supportive and humorous YouTube audiences I've seen, which these days is a miracle all by itself. Anyway, just a note to say how much I appreciate what you do. Well, that's very kind of you, Alan. We cannot really take credit for the audience, though. Thank you guys very much for being warm and supportive, for understanding, I feel, in the comments that we're doing our best and very flawed people, and also, of course, for keeping the all caps button off and keeping the punctuation down to 1 exclamation mark at a time. It is much appreciated. Now, I do also want to congratulate those who have recently sent in their solution to the Tracking the Triptych puzzle hunt on Patreon. We have Jan Moss, Dave Mugridge, Jodie Flint, Graham Canarack, Kenny Palmer, Charlie Funk, Tom Morley and Max Barroy today to congratulate. Well done to you. Now, that's one of many things on Patreon. We've also got the second part of the Tan Tan Dai interview. We've got the most recent thing is my attempt at a US crossword in Matt Gaffney's meta series. The second week of the month isn't meant to be too hard, but this one doesn't come instantly to me. It might be amusing to you to watch me struggle with that, and plenty of other content on there. And we are looking forward as well to the beginning of next month when we'll be launching a new Sudoku hunt, which is in testing at the moment. So that's to come. Now, what have we got here? Well, you can see this image, and this came in from Pietro Venus, who very kindly has said, again, you know, he's been inspired by the channel to start creating puzzles, and he's been doing it since last month, and he's come up with this and thought it was fun to send along. So there's actually a backstory here. So this puzzle is called Rainbow Horse in the Snow Breaking Through the Fence, or in short, Rainbow Horse. This puzzle is metaphorical for the times we're living in. The snowy winter stands for the dark and sad times with this pandemic, and the fence is a metaphor for people who are locked in their homes with curfew and fines. But as the rainbow stands for creativity and cheerfulness, this wild horse can't be tamed and breaks through the fence by creating and solving Sudoku puzzles. Wow, okay. Well, that's as much sentiment as has ever been put into the backstory of a puzzle, I reckon. Now, normal Sudoku rules apply. Now, as well as that, digits along an arrow must sum to the number in the circle. Standard arrow rules. Thermometers must increase from the base, from the bulb to the end. Standard thermo rules. The green line is a palindrome, which reads the same backwards and forwards. Standard palindrome rules, but one extra twist. Every number from 1 to 9 appears somewhere along the palindrome. The black dot means the ratio of these two cells is 1 to 2 in some order. White dots signify consecutive digits. So these two could be 1 and 2 or 8 and 9, for instance. There are no negative constraints on these standard Kropke dots, so we can't assume that these two cells have neither a relationship of 1 to 2 nor are consecutive. They could be. And that's it. So quite a few different types of rule, but all the standard version of each. The palindrome is probably the most important thing. I don't know why it's called Rainbow Horse. Maybe because all the digits appear on it, or maybe, actually very potentially, because we're meant to be colouring the whole thing, which is quite possible. But I don't know how it's going to work. It does look interesting. I love the picture of the horse, and I'm looking forward to it. So give it a try, if you will, on the link below the video in the beginning of the description field. Also in that description field, you can find links to all our content, Patreon apps, everything that we do, basically. It's all down there somewhere. So welcome, and give it a try. I'm going to start now. Let's get cracking. What have we got? What's the best place? Okay, these arrows. These arrows, in each case, there are 3 arrows adding up to the circle. Okay, that means that this area is 4 times whatever's in the circle, because there's 3 lots of arrows that add up to it and the circle itself. So 4 9s is 36, would leave 9 in those 2 cells. 4 8s is 32, would leave 13. 4 7s is 28, would leave 17. That's the maximum. So these are 7, 8, or 9. They have to be different because they're in the same row. Oh, look, they both have a white dot on one of the lines. So that means that where there's a white dot, we know one of these, as these are consecutive, one's odd and one's even. So they add up to an odd number, so 8 is not possible. So in one case, this is 3 and 4, making 7. And in the other, it's 4 and 5, making 9. So it definitely includes 4 both times. And the 4 in row 7 now can't be here or here. It has to be in one of these cells. Right, and whichever one of these is a 7 has a 9 and 8 in the cells in the box that aren't in the on the arrows. I am using the standard 1 to 9 add up to 45, which is the total for a box here. Ah, there's a, yes, okay, this one can't be the 7 because you'd have 8 and 9 here. And what would that dot mean? That means that the 9 or 8 has to be consecutive with another number, and that can't be with the others of 7, 8, and 9 in the yellow cells. So this isn't the 7, this is the 9. That's our first digit in the grid. This is the 7. Let's take out the corner marks, and that is the 4-5 pair. Right, the 7 is also using a 1-6 pair and a 2-5 pair. We have 9 and 8 as a pair at the top. These, oh, I don't really know. Okay, that means that this pair can't, they add up to 9 because those add up to 9, those add up to 9, those add up to 9, that's 9, that's 36. These two are 45 minus 36, they add up to 9. They can't have a 4 in, and they can't have an 8-1 in. So they're either 2-7 or 3-6, and that doesn't help at all on the white dot, I don't think. No. I mean, I could fill the candidates in here, but there's quite a lot because these could be any of 1, 8, 2, 7, or 3, 6. And surprisingly, that may be as much as I can do down here at the moment. That's weird. Okay, let's have a look at the top right. Okay, we've got an 18 cage with all of these white dots in. Now, 18 has to have a 1 and a 2 in it. Could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. But this one can't be, because every cell is connected to a consecutive digit in it, and 8 would be an outlier. Now, another possibility is 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, but again, 7 and 5 can't sit in here because they'd have to connect to another of those. So that's not the mix. So I think there's only one other. 1, 2, 4, no, hang on. 1, 2, we've done 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. Yes. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. So that's 1 and 2, because these three are a run together. The 5's in the middle, that's 4 and 6. The other cells in the box are 3, 7, 8, 9, but 3 can't be in those two because they are consecutive. So that's on the palindrome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cells along. 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That one. Okay, I don't know. I'm taking a hint from the title. I am going to start colouring these. So let's go red there. Let's make the next ones orange. I'll see how far I can get with rainbowing it up. Yellow. What's going to happen if I go green? Oh, I can still see the line. Okay, that's a relief. Then blue. I don't have indigo and violet separately, so I'll go purple. Let's see what happens with light grey. Okay, I can still see the thermo, and with dark grey. Okay, so that is quite a rainbow horse. I like that. This is the centre, so we don't get any extra clues. Now, that 7, 8, 9, annoyingly, any of them could be here. 9's already in this group of cells, and 7 or 8 could be on the arrow. So nothing learnt from that. What about these dots? Not very helpful. I mean, they all have to come from 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, or 9. Ah, these two cells can't be 9, just because that is already in the column. I don't know what to do with that. Oh, let's have a look over here. Right, yes, again. First of all, 28 plus 11 is 39. These two add up to 6, so they're either 1, 5 or 2, 4. Now, what can the 28 cage consist of? 9, 8, 7, 4. Then this would be 1, 5. This would be 2, 3, 6. The alternative, I think there is only one alternative, 9, 8, 6, 5. Yeah, I think that's right. 9, 8, 6, 5, and that's not going to work because that's going to put 2, 4 here, 1, 3, 7 on in this 11 cage, and no two of those are consecutive. So this is 9, 8, 7, 4. Now the 4 is not on the white dot. In fact, 8 must be on the white dot, so it's not in one of these. Oh, that's the same here. I didn't spot that. 8 must be on the white dot, so it can't be over there. So these are both even. That's quite surprising. This isn't going to become a parity shading thing, is it? I doubt it. Don't know. Anyway, 4 was in the cage, so 4 and 2 is not possible there. This is 2, 3, and 6. 6 is not. Ooh, what happened there? 6 is not on the white dot. It's in the lone cell with 2 and 3 there. Ah, and a 3, 4 pair there decides which way round they are. So, more digits in the grid. A bit of a start. Now, what about this Kropki dot? Okay, it can't be 6, 3, and it can't be 1, 2, because those numbers have been used here. So it's got a 4 on it, and it's either 2, 4 or 4, 8. If it was 4, 8, this would be a 7, 3, 9 set with 2 here. If it's 2, 4, oh, that could be any of, it can't be 9 because it's on a bulb of a 2-cell thermo. So 2, 3 or 7, 8 there in the blue. These other, I was going to call them horse cells, palindrome cells. Maybe they're getting narrowed down a bit. This can't be 2, 3 or 5. I don't want to fill in all the candidates. That's the sort of thing Simon would suggest I would always do. I'm not doing it. Not yet. Right, what am I going to do instead of that, though? 1, 2... I don't think there's many restrictions on most of these palindrome cells. I suppose Well, yeah, one thing we've got to remember with the rainbow as we've got it is... I was going to say that purple could be the same as red, but hang on, let's just count this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We need all 9 digits on the palindrome. So every colour represents a different digit. I hadn't understood that. I'm so sorry. Yeah, because all these colours are repeated. Every colour, let's colour that one as well, black. Every colour must be a different digit. Now how can we use that? They're like an extra region now. So purple there, one of these is purple, for instance. That's the sort of thing we can now do, especially in the boxes with lots of colour in. Right, blue there, this must be blue. Therefore we know it's not 7 now. I don't know what happened there, 2, 3 or 8. So we can take 7 out. I mean, this would help more if I had more digits that I'd achieved elsewhere in the grid. So maybe I'm going to have to work a bit more on that first. 5 there, 5 down here. One of these is 5. Can it be? No, it can't be orange because that C's a 5. So now I'm placing a 5 here. Nothing to do with colour, except that I knew that orange couldn't be 5. One of these is 3 similarly, but that could be orange, quite likely to be orange. Right, but maybe I have to work on the idea that blue, green, yellow and red, no, they're not all different because they're in the same box. They're all different because they're all different because of the rainbow. Now, what about this pair then? Is this getting limited? Could it be 1, 8? Then you'd have 2 here, a 4, 6 pair here. That would be 3 or 7. Can't be 3. It would become 7. So if this is 1, 8, that's a 7. If this is 2, 7, we get 3, 1, 4, 6. It's an 8. And if this is 1, 8, 2, 4, 6 pair, 5, then it can be 3 or 7. But it's under a lot of pressure. If this is 7 or 8, with this being bigger, that's a 7, 8, 9 triple. Yeah, if this is 7 or 8, this is a 7, 8, 9 triple. 6 has to be here going with a 7. Oh, that's beautiful. It doesn't work for a really weird reason. Sorry, I don't know why I've put 3 in there. Yes, if this has to be 7 or 8, and I've just worked out it can only be 3, 7 or 8. So this is a really useful deduction. But if this was 7 or 8, this would have to be 8 or 9. This cell here, this is really important. So if that's 8 or 9, just follow along with me for a bit. We've got 3 cells that are 7, 8 or 9 in box 6 here. The most either of these can be is 6, and one of them must be at least 6, because although you can have 1 3 here, you have to have either a 7 or 9. Now, if one of those is 6, then this is a 3 7 pair, this is an 8 9 pair, and that's 8 9 as well, and that's all impossible. You'd have 3 cells in the same column that had to be 8 9. Wow, I have no idea if that's the intended logic. It is very pretty. I mean, it's really clever, and it restricts this to being a 3. Now, okay, I can't remember which pair that put down here, but that gives me a 7 here. This is now 6 or 8. That can't be 3, and in fact, it never has been 3. Sorry, that was my having too many cells highlighted when I typed a 3 earlier. That's not 3 either, same thing. Now, could this... oh, these can't have a 4, so the 4 in the column has to be here now. 4, 7, 5, 3. So this isn't 7, 2, 3, 6 or 5, 4, it's 1, 8. That's it. There we go. So 6 on the black, 2 and 1 there. We can't have 7 there. That's now an 8, 9 pair. 3 here, so that's 2 or 4. This is now, it's a palindrome colour, so it's become 8 or 9 on the red. They both still work down here, of course. Now 3 there and 3 there, so this is a 3, that's a 6. This attaches, I mean it's consecutive to the 6, so we get a 7 there, 2 there. This can't be 2, this can't be 6. What else has that given us? A 2, 7, 6 triple. No. No, 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 something's gone wrong. What have I done wrong? What have I done wrong? This is upsetting me. I can't have another 6 in here. Ah, Mark, that was, I thought that logic was so perfect. Maybe I did not, maybe I missed a possibility when I came up with that 3, 7, 8, or maybe I've just unshipped myself by having 3 highlighted at the wrong point. So that was before I did, look at all those cells I had highlighted with when I clicked 3, very stupid. Okay, so let's go back again, take out the 7, 8. I'm sorry, I'm going to recapitulate this because I'm sure I'm right up to this point. Now, what I was saying is, if this is 3, 6, 7, 4, 8. Ah, this is what I've done wrong. This can be 1 or 2. Can't it? 3, 6, 7, 8, 4. Yes. Okay, I think the bigger conclusion still holds, that if this is 7 or 8, it messes up this because it forces that to be 8, 9, because that becomes 3, 7. That is still true. These can't be 2, 4 because they need a big one. Okay, so this isn't 7 or 8. Okay, but it could be 1 or 2 now. So my apologies about whatever I did earlier. That was if this is 1 or 8. Now, if this is 2, 7, we get 1, 3, 4, 6. This is an 8, so that can't be 2, 7. If it was 3, 6, we get 7, 8, 4, 1 or 2. Did I start with 3, 6? I probably did. So if it was 1, 8, 2, 1, 9, 1, 8, 5, 2. Well, this can still be a 3. Or a 7, which it can't be. Okay. Yeah, so this is now 1, 2, or 3. And that is all I've learned. I have learned that this can't be 2, 7, I think. 3, 1, 4, 6, 8. Yes, this can't be 2, 7. So it's either 1, 8 or 3, 6. So apologies about the false counting that I did, juggling slightly too many numbers in my head there. But now we've established that orange is 1, 2, or 3. Oh, and look at that. It's got a 2 and a 3 looking at it. There we go. So as soon as I put a 3 in there, it was completely stupid. Anyway, we've got it down to a 1 now. So that fixes this as 2, 1. Now this can't be 1, 8. That's better. That's a 3, 6 pair. We can take 3, 6 out of there. We've got 1 and 8 to put in here. So I don't actually know which way round they go. But I do know that this is not a 6. That's a 4. This is 6. So this isn't 2 or 4. So this must now be 7. And yeah, that was obvious anyway. 8, 9 pair there. This is the 3 going with 2 or 4 there. This can't be 7 anymore. It's on the palindrome, so that can't be 7. 1, 8. In fact, it's got a 1, 8 pair looking at it. So now red is 9. That's 8. We've got 2, 4, or 7. We've got a triple in the final column. That is actually, black is 8. Red is 9. 2, 3, 6, 7 here. They all work with the thermo. Now this palindrome, what cell is this? This is the orange at the top. Yellow at the top. It's seeing 2 and 6. So it's either 3 or 7. We haven't used those on the palindrome. We have now used 8 on the palindrome. So this blue can no longer be 8. And look, it can no longer be 3. Blue is 2. That is a 4, 8 pair. This can't be 4 anymore. We've got 6, 7, and 9 to place in this row, but green cannot be 9. So green is 6 or 7. 1, 9, 8, 5, 2. So we've got 3, 1, 9, 8, 2 rather on the palindrome. We've got 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 still to assign colours to. Okay, I'll just carry on doing it as Sudoku, I think, for now. This is 6, 7, or 9. We've got 2, 4, 8. 5 is in one of those cells. That's not very helpful at the moment. That can't be 2 anymore. Right, what about this light grey? It can't be 1, 2, 3, 7. 5. No, that 5 doesn't see it. Yes, it does. We're on that one, yes. 1, 2, 3, 7, 5, 9. We've also had 8 on the palindrome. Good grief. Light grey is 4 or 6. Can we do this sort of thing with everything else? This purple sees 1, 2. Obviously, actually, anything on the palindrome. 1, 2, 8, and 9 are gone. Oh, that is far less helpful. This grey, though, dark grey, sees 3, 4, 6, and 2 in the first column, and 1, and 9, 8 on the palindrome. So it is 5 or 7. Can't see a reason quickly why it's not those. Oh, purple has to be a digit that appears here, doesn't it? Because of where it's positioned. It can't be 9, which is already on the palindrome. So it's 3, 6, 7, or 5. Oh, well, that's better. Okay, so which of the palindrome cells can be a 4? Literally only this one. Yeah, so light grey is a 4. That fixes that. We've got 3, 5, 6, and 7 to place. I can't pull that same trick again. Getting it once is nice enough. In fact, 4 in this top cage can only be there now. 8 must be up here. Okay, that doesn't do anything else. Right. Yeah, I like this rule about the rainbow cage. It's quite fun. The rainbow horse. Now, have I missed disambiguating this yet? No, I can't see how I'm meant to be doing that. Oh, tricky. Okay, I like this, though. This is going well. Now, this has to be bigger than 3, and it can't be 2, 4, 5, or 9. So that is 6, 7, or 8. Ooh, which nearly gives us a quadruple in the row. Not quite, though. Maybe we can do something with... Oh, yeah, one of these must be 5. So that means 5 has to be in one of those... Ah, right, yes, look, 5 is confined to columns 2 and 3 in boxes 1 and 7. So one of these two is 5, and therefore it's not this one. Where does the 5 go on the palindrome? It must be here in the dark grey. That's a nice That's a nice deduction. So 5 there. Purple now can't be 5, and in fact we can place 5 in column 5 there. We've got 3, 6 and 7 to go. Is there some clue I'm missing? Don't think so. Right, it means this one is the purple. That doesn't really help at all until I narrow down what it actually is. Yellow is 3 or 7. So 2, 6, 5, 3, 4. So 1 is in one of these two cells. Don't know which one. Oh, 7 is looking up at that cell, so that's not 7. But this still can be. Ah, this is putting up resistance. Oh look, these are all from 3, 6, 7 or 9 just because of the column. So that gives me a 3, 6, 7, 9 quadruple here, which finally reveals something I could have worked out a while ago, that this is a 1, 4, 8 triple. So that has to be 4 because it's seeing an 8 and the thermo says it's not the 1, so we can fill in 1 and 8. And that should be very helpful, surely. Well, it gives us that 1. Now, this cell has to, no, I was going to say it has to be the 8. That's not necessarily true. 5, 4, 2, 1, 9, 6. It's 3, 7 or 8. And it's not 3 though. That is useful because there's a 3 pair looking at that. So the 3 in this row is here. That is the third purple cell in boxes 4, 5, 6. So they are 3. Yellow is 7. Green is 6. The horse is complete. It has indeed jumped out of its paddock and is running wild solving Sudoku puzzles. 7 there, so we've got an 8, 9 pair up at the top. That gives us an 8, 9 pair in column 1. That makes that 7 and this 8. 3, 1, 5. We've got 2, 6 and 9. The 2 can't be on the end of that thermo. Sorry if I have occasionally called a thermo a palindrome. It is something I am prone to through just being careless, I suppose. 6 there. 7 there. Now I'm sure this is a classic video where my cursor has hovered over the thing I claim I can't see constantly. That is the way of the world. 9 and 8 up at the top. That 1 and 5 are resolved by the arrows. Now we've just got the bottom 3 boxes to do. So 1, 9, 8, they all, oops, 9, 8, they all get written in there. That fixes 1, 8. Last use of a dot that I can get. 7, 2. That looks across, does 5, 2. We've got 3 or 6 there. Oh, that 4, 5's been done by the 5. That does the 3, 4. That does the 3, 6. That fixes this 3 or 6 that I just put in. I've got 3 and 7 to place. And resolve the 1 and 6. Lovely puzzle. Really enjoyed that, Peter. Thank you very much for sending it. Most entertaining. I do hope you had a go. I really like that. Very novel idea and really well implemented. Thank you very much for watching, for your support as always. Do subscribe if you haven't already, and hope to see you soon on the channel. Bye for now.